Okay, let's talk about euthanasia, mercy killing, or assisted suicide. These are all related. James Rachels, a famous philosopher, has a famous article where he argues that passive euthanasia can be okay. And since passive euthanasia can be okay, active euthanasia can be okay also. So what's passive euthanasia? Passive euthanasia is letting somebody die. Can it be okay to sometimes let people die? Most people think, yeah, it can be okay. When can it be okay? Well, probably situations like this. Suppose somebody is in horrible pain and suffering, and because of that pain and suffering, they don't want to keep living, and there's nothing that can be done to help them. And other people agree that, yes, your quality of life is very, very poor, and so since you want to die, you should be allowed to die. Many people think, yeah, it can be okay to let people die. Well, Rachel's observation is this. If you think people should be allowed to die for those reasons, meaning to get out of their pain and suffering and because they want to die, then it seems like it could be okay to actively kill those people. Why is that? They get what they want quicker, and they get what they want with less pain and suffering. So basically he argues if it can be okay to let people die, it should be okay to kill people, provided the situation is the same sort of situation. So some people react, no, there's a big difference, and you're actively killing somebody with active euthanasia, and actively killing people is just wrong. Well, it's usually wrong, but usually when people are killed, they want to be alive, and being alive is good for them. These are situations where they want to no longer keep living because living is bad for them from their point of view. Another objection is that there's a big difference between killing somebody and letting them die because there's a big difference between doing things and allowing things to happen. Rachel says, nah, not always. So he says, think about a situation like this. What if there was like an aunt or an uncle who would get a bunch of money if their toddler nephew were to die? Well, suppose the toddler is in the bathtub and the uncle or aunt is on their way to drown the child. That would be bad. But suppose they get up there and the child is drowning on their own, and they just stand there and the child drowns on their own. Rachel says it seems like they're equally bad. And if they say, like, I didn't do anything, I just let it happen, that doesn't seem to be a good excuse. So sometimes there's not a big difference between killing somebody and letting somebody die. Not a big difference between doing something and letting things happen. So this is a brief introduction to this topic, and obviously there's a lot more to say. Thank you.